Hello and welcome to another super exciting unboxing and review. This time we've got a Marvel versus Iron Man. A confusing title because it implies that Iron Man is fighting some sort of homogeneous Marvel, but it's not the case. So what have we got? Right. Marvel says Iron Man 14 plus. I don't really. What does that mean, 14 plus? Because like normally on these things it would be like 3 plus because of small parts a child could swallow, but beyond that they don't really have ages. Part of the Eagle Moss Hero Collection. Hero Collector. Apparently it's 1/16 scale, which I think is important to people like if they have it with other scale things, I guess, but unless it's in the same range, it'll never look right. And what I like particularly on the back, there's a picture here of Tim and Loki's just kind of in the background, clearly going to hit him with his big stick. They've cut off the top of Loki's spear, so it does look like it is just a big stick, which I quite like actually. It's a funny look. Iron Man, as well as being a genius, billionaire, philanthropist. When Tony Stark wears his highly advanced suit of armour, he also becomes Iron Man. That doesn't scan well, the way that's written. Your Iron Man figurine uses his thrusters to gain the high ground in battle. I love the fact that they feel obligated that we've got to write something on here, but there's nothing really to write. Recreate the greatest battles from the pages of Marvel Comics and stage your own. Hero Collector presents Marvel vs. a range of statues featuring the unforgettable characters from the pages of Marvel Comics. Each statue has been sculpted in a dynamic pose and also pairs perfectly with another character, implying that it only pairs with Loki, this one, and it is sold separately. The other characters they've got are Spider-Man and Green Goblin. I guess they're a pair. And then Iron Man 4, Loki, Captain America. So it's kind of a little bit one-sided in that there's 2 villains to 4 heroes. I mean, logically, if there's 4 and Loki, they're the pair, Spider-Man and Green Goblin. I would have Iron Man, and it's kind of tricky. Who's the Iron Man villain? I guess if you're going from the MCU, I'm going to say Whiplash, weirdly, because I feel like he's, of all of specifically Iron Man's villains, he's the most memorable and the one where it was like kind of a close fight, I guess, because Ironmonger, that was like a flash in the pan, and the Eldritch Killian from 3 was just a bit odd. And then Captain America, I'd say Red Skull or maybe Winter Soldier. All right, how do we get in? It's tape. I've lost my knife for cutting things, so I'm using this Lego separator. It's not very effective. I'm in. Okay. Ooh. This was unexpected. Black foam. Already a sign of quality. Not clear plastic, not polystyrene. Black foam. Look at that. That is... I've zero fear of this being broken inside. But, let's find out. Okay, yeah, fair play. It's actually moulded and shit. Alright, let's just get that out. The only trouble is, I don't want to throw this away because it feels like it will be useful for something, but I can't imagine that I'll ever need to safely transport this or anything of that shape. So I need to be a true adult right now and throw it. Can I use it for a craft? No, absolutely not. Just put it over there. I'll throw it away later. Nothing else in the box. Nothing to worry about. Okay, all right. First opinion. It was pretty good actually. I like the colours. They're not bright, but they're good, for want of a better word. Now the thing is, I feel like even though none of what I'm seeing here appears like it's based on the films in any way, I feel like that's the thing they're kind of pushing for. And famously in the films, I don't really remember him having a lot of like flames out of his thrusters. I always remember him being a very clean burn, but it's stylized, so I like it. It does look a little bit like food, or possibly like insulation foam, but it's fair enough. It looks fine. It makes him look. It's an action pose. Gives him that. Now I'm just looking at the base. It says Iron Man. AAA out of 0866. I don't know what that means. Does it mean that this was hand painted and they've decided it was a AAA rating? Probably, and it probably says it on all of them. It does look pretty good overall. I'm looking closely now. His hand is a bit odd, but I like that they've gone for the definition of individual fingers. But if you look up close, the painting is not great on like the repulsor on the hand. His thumb is clearly broken, and his forearm and elbow look quite odd. It's actually a really unnatural angle to have your arm up like that. He didn't think it through when he designed it. Going like that to things is difficult. Should have just been a point or on that. He got it better in later editions. He's quite thin, quite sleek. It's in terms of the film Iron Man suits, it definitely looks like one of the much later ones where they were much thinner and more sleek. But overall, yeah, it's a very nice figure. I would say that the colouring doesn't quite match on the box. On the box, it does look more like it's gold, as it is. Whereas on this one, it looks a lot more yellow. I gotta say that the colouring there does look better. And if this is what they were going for, far better. Another thing I did note while I was just looking at is he's got very, I want to say hollow cheeks or hollow. It's very gaunt, like very very sucked in here. What all the women are going for. If you look up close, it's an odd look. It's feels quite nice. I don't think you'll be able to use this to pose many battle scenes. I think you could probably do one if you're lucky, given that it's not flexible in any way. It doesn't move. It's just. Oh, I know. I haven't got the official collector's edition Loki, but I have got this Loki, who is kind of very dusty, but in the same scale, incredibly dusty. In fact, you don't realise. That's the single pose you can do. It's like, oh, I'm gonna take over the world. Shit, Iron Man's here. I guess I'll bow my head and give up. That's about the sum of it. But, yeah, it's pretty good. It's, I think these. I thought it might have the price on it. I've got it in my head that these are like 30 quid, which it's quite a lot. I think it's about twice what these ones tend to cost. Is it twice as nice? Hard to decide. It's pretty good though. It's the thing is, I wish it had a better shot of all the other ones, because I'm wondering, because I can see in the background of the Spider-Man one, it looks like he's hooked on a building. I'm thinking, like, how actiony are the poses? Because if Loki's one is this one where he's just swinging, that's not great. But if like the Goblin's on a glider, Spidey's on a building, maybe Thor's got his hammer out and he's like flying with it, and Captain America's a boring bitch, so he's doing whatever he does. He is though, isn't he? He's a great character, but he's boring. He has a shield. He punches things. Sometimes he hits it with the shield. Even when he throws the shield, it's not that exciting because it's a shield. Thor throws his hammer. That's way more exciting. I'm getting off topic. That was the Marvel versus Iron Man. Thanks for watching. I'll see you next time.